What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Luka, and today I decided to make a video separately about this subject because a lot of you asked me lately what I think about A7V and will I be getting one anytime soon.
Bro, nobody asked.
Hater. My credit card has been itching to be swiped. It just yearns for that. It just wants to go through that terminal, but I'm not doing it. I'm holding the line, and today I'm going to be looking at A7V as a proud owner of A7IV and A7SIII. Anyway, welcome to my intervention. Here on this high-end board, I have 3 reasons on why I won't be getting A7V. I'll come back into that very soon. Let's be honest, Sony cooked. This is the base model, which is very scary because if the basic has so many options and already features, imagine what the R and S line one day gonna look. Hopefully there will be another S line. Here's what they upgraded in no particular order of importance. New AI chip and processor, which gives you faster processing with Bion Z XR, better subject recognition, and AI focus. One of the most impressive things that they put on this base model, I have to highlight that, is 30 frames per second with no blackout. That's insane. They also have a new partially stacked sensor, which gives you 1/16,000 of a second shutter speed with electronic shutter. Crazy. New camera also has a new 4-axis rotating screen, which inherited from the R model, which is brilliant, and I wish all the cameras had exactly the same thing. Now we can do 4K 60 frames in full frame with no crop, but 120 frames is still gonna be in crop, and I totally get it. On paper, this camera is absolute beast. It's perfect. But now, let's go back to the board and talk about the reasons why I won't be getting this one, at least not anytime soon. Okay, let's go. Reason number 1. Wrong board, sorry. Okay, let's try it again. I am already married, happily married, in this beautiful polyamorous relationship, very committed. You see, I have A7SIII and I have A7IV, and they do amazing things to me. They're beautiful, they do everything that I need. Now A7V feels like A7SIII and A7IV had a baby, and that baby inherited all the best genes out of it. That's what it is. But the thing is that I do not need another baby. I need 2 grown adults that do full-time jobs that help me pay the rent. I live in New York. Do you know how much rent costs in New York? Let me put it this way. A7SIII is my favorite video camera. It does everything that I need. It does 4K, 120 frames per second with no crop. It's a 10-bit 422 S-Log. It has even time code. It's beautiful. It does everything that I want, and it also does amazing photos, which I did in the previous vlogs, and you can go and check them out. Even though it's just 12 megapixels, I do not need more than that for the video. That's it. I don't need humongous files. I need it to be crisp, I need it to be high resolution, and I need it to see in dark as much as they can, which it's all the Sony does. I shoot events at 12,800 ISO, sometimes at 20,000 ISO when it's like candlelit and stuff. It's beautiful. I do not need better than that right now for the main camera. Now, on the other hand, A7IV is a workhorse. It just does everything. It makes amazing photos, and it also works as a great B camera. It's 33 megapixels, and it still does 4K, 60 frames in crop mode, which honestly, I don't care. It's my B and C cam. I don't need it to be all specced out as A7SIII. It's literally perfect as it is right now. I do not need any more upgrades than this, besides rotating screen. I just hate that thing. I really miss A7 III screen that pops this way, because I have a fear that when I shoot something, somebody's gonna pass by and swing their hand and break my screen. I guess the Final Destination movies took their toll on me. And as I'm editing this video, my friend just called me and asked me if I want to take his brand new A7V, unbox it, and record a video for you guys with some comparison tests. And of course I said yes. So we have A7V. Some comparison tests are coming very soon. Stay tuned. Which brings us to number 2 for the reason, and that is mucho dineros, my friend. $3,000 with taxes, to be exact. Now let's look at the camera with our wallets, not our hearts. Let's see if this camera is worth spending $3,000 if you already own A7IV. It has a new chip, and it can do 30 frames per second with AI recognition. It's amazing, great. But I don't shoot Olympics. I don't shoot Formula 1. I shoot portraits. If I do 30 frames a second of somebody posing, all I have is 30 frames of them blinking very slowly. That's it. That's not capturing the moment, that's hoarding megabytes on your hard drives. Next thing, 1/16,000 of a shutter with the electronic shutter. Still amazing, but I cannot name one single event that I ever needed something like that. I've been shooting mirrorless since Sony A6500 came out, which is years ago, and I cannot name one single event when I would need something like that. Also, AI focusing now has 759 focusing points on 3 million something dot screen. Great. Do you know how many focusing points I use? One. Flexible focusing spot. It's my favorite because I'm a simple man. I'm gonna frame, find the focus, click where I want to focus, and make a photo. I want to be the one deciding where the camera is going to focus, not the camera to do it for me. Now 60 frames with no crop, great, again, but still, I don't need it. A7S III does that, and A7IV is my B cam that I can do on the crop. I really don't mind because it's a B cam. Don't get me wrong, these are great upgrades. Amazing. They're great features in the base model that Sony came out in the A7 line. But the things that they're great on a spec sheet, for me, they're not gonna change anything. They're not gonna make my photos or videos better. They're just gonna make me $3,000 lighter. Do you know what can you get with $3,000 instead of buying this new fancy plastic box that will upgrade your 2-year-old camera? You can get a whole set of Viltrox lenses. I'm talking about 14, 35, 50, 85, and still have $500 left. You can also get Zhiyun's B500, G300, CX50, and C100 light and still have $1,200 left. Or if you don't want to invest into autofocusing new fancy lenses or lights, you can get yourself a bunch of vintage lenses that will change completely what you do and the way you think about a video and your look of the video. And you still, with all of these lenses, you will still have $1,500 left. But seriously, buying vintage lenses is a proper investment into your future. For example, 20 years ago, I invested into this lens. This is Carl Zeiss Super Speed Mark II Distagon 35mm 1.2 lens. You have to say the whole name because you have to put a respect on it. This isn't just a glass. This is a piece of Hollywood history. Smell that? That's not dust. That's 1980s grit with notes of chemical coating degradation. Tastes like cinema. Actually, tastes like lead. You see, Stanley Kubrick didn't need 60 megapixels to shoot his movie. He needed this look. This lens that has a ghost inside, that flares like a dream, that it sees in the dark, that it has a soul, that has a character. Now that we're already here, let's do the fun fact of the day. For the movie Barry Lyndon, Stanley Kubrick wanted to shoot scenes lit only by candlelight. No camera in existence at that time could do anything like that. But he didn't wait for the technology to change in advance so he could do this. What he did is actually he went to NASA, yes, that NASA, he bought their lenses that they used to shoot Dark Side of the Moon, he changed the mounts, adapted them to his camera, and shoot one of the best movies ever created. The point of the story is that you don't have to wait for the technology to change so you can actually do something. You adopt the current technology to your needs and make it happen. Now back to the subject. Modern lenses, in my opinion, they're perfect. They're clinically sharp, they're sterile, they're so beautifully sharp, but they have no character. You see this lens? I'll never sell this because it has a character. It has something that's gonna be worth even in 10, 20, 50 years. This is a lens that I'll probably leave to my kids. They'll probably sell it for drugs and hookers, but at that point, not my problem. Or if you don't want to invest money into lenses or lights, what you can do is buy a return ticket and go to, let's say, Cartagena for 7 days. Get your badass Airbnb with a pool, explore all the topography, you know, enjoy yourself, make some memories, bring your A7IV with whatever you have. You'll have the best photos of your life and the best experience of your life in those 7 days. Now, why Colombia? For no particular reason at all. They have beautiful geography, I guess. And finally, we get to the reason number 3, and that is I don't need it. I still have a third wheel that works perfectly fine. You see, I upgraded to A7IV this year. Actually, I don't know when the video gonna come out, but 2025 to be more exact, somewhere like in February, is because I dropped my beloved A7III on the ground. Actually, I didn't drop it, it fell off the strap from the shoulder. And I broke the hot shoe. Actually, I didn't broke it, I kind of just dented it. And I also cracked the screen on the back. Actually, the funny thing is that both flash and the screen still perfectly fine at work, but I realized that repairing this camera would cost me pretty much the same as buying another A7 III used, obviously, from Marketplace. So what I decided to do is I went on a B&H and I bought A7IV, and that was the only reason why I did it. So you see, like, I did a logical thing. I had to upgrade because my equipment was broken, not because I really needed another camera. To be honest, even without A7IV, this thing still works great and it still makes amazing photo, and I still use it as C cam because I can always adjust the colors in S-Log to any other camera that I'm shooting at because the difference is not that bad, especially if you're shooting on the daylight. Otherwise, it still has 24 megapixels and does great photos on full frame. It still has Wi-Fi capabilities, so you can transfer and everything. It's great, and you can buy this camera for like $900 now on Facebook Marketplace. replace, which is a steal for an amazing camera that still works perfectly fine. You see, the jump from A7 III to A7 IVs really was big. There is a lot of difference, and you can see them obviously if you know what you're looking at. But the thing is that A7 IV to A7 V, difference is like tiny for me. It just doesn't justify me getting another camera to replace what I already have. I feel like we've hit the ceiling right now with the technology. I feel like this is now the iPhone thing, when every year there's a new iPhone coming and it's just slightly better than the previous one, but nothing major to upgrade. And also, let's be honest about resolution here, because I hear a lot of people talking about how they need high megapixels to have the crispiest photos possible. If your photo sucks on A7 IV on 24 megapixels and you go to A7 V, your photo is now just gonna suck in a high resolution. That's it. Camera doesn't make photo better. Your lighting, your knowledge, your experience, your posing of the model, that's what makes a great photo, not the camera. Camera is just a tool to capture what you want. You see, there is no money that can buy experience and knowledge. Only you can bring up to that by going outside, shooting, experimenting, making photos, even messing up the photos, the whole photo shoot. Who cares? You're gonna learn something from it for your next lesson. In conclusion, A7V is a beast. It's an amazing camera. It's a great baseline camera for what's coming, and I'm really excited to see what new is gonna come. But right now, I'm not buying it, at least not for a while, or at least I break one of my cameras and I have to be forced to upgrade again. I'm sticking to my polyamorous relationship for a while. It works great, no complaints. And just remember the golden rule. Shitty camera with a great lens will always beat a good camera with a shitty lens. It's just physics. There is no megapixels that can make your photos better. So if you have A7 IV and you want to get A7 V, my advice is save your money, invest into something else, invest into the equipment that's going to upgrade you in different ways. And I want to really see what you guys think about my reasons and everything that I wrote here and I said. Please leave the comments down below. Also, like and subscribe to this video, and if you want to check out some extra stuff, Patreon is going to be down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.